Welcome everyone to the usual 5 Minute Friday. Let me check the audio levels so I'm not blasting you completely. Hopefully I'm not. It says I'm not. Welcome. So let me give you a quick Discord update if you want to see it just for what's happening on the server. We have two, no, we have one upcoming stream. Coming up in April because I don't think we'll be able to handle 2 streams until the end of April. And it's gonna be our usual traditional stream when we invite a professional from the industry and they give feedback to our top graduates who basically finished all of their grades on top as much as they did the most effort, and they get a little prize for their efforts, which I went to through. I'm a little bit scattered all over the place because I'm already thinking about what we're gonna draw, but I usually give updates in the beginning. So what else? We got to 666 Discord users, which was deviously amazing. And I think that's it. For now, we'll drop very quickly to the drawing part. Feel free to check out the Discord link in the description if you're not from here, because we usually have more practices happening on Sunday and Thursday that you can join and where we can hang out all together. And on here, if you have a project you want to basically showcase how you are working on it, if you want some kind of accountability, or you just want to be a part of this, you can always DM me on Discord and we'll just figure out a way to feature you here, because this is my kind of one big track of what I've been doing for the last couple of months. So we are in week 7. Unfortunately, I'm not from a device that can edit the mural board. I did it beforehand, but I'll color the red square later. And we're basically in the pre-production stage, which consists of character design, prop design, layout, storyboard, and the color script. And we've more or less finished on the character design. Hopefully I won't change my mind suddenly and do something else. I'm just gonna give a quick rundown because we've been doing this for a while, and this is kind of cool to reference and look back on. So this was the initial night design that got really changed. All of my initial searches, all of these little guys, maybe you can include them on some kind of mural. The initial props, the sword, the vampire, she came in pretty quickly because there was so many references I did beforehand just to get the feeling right. But you can see that in the previous meetings we had. Then we passed on week 2. We created this knight on the stream while I was painting this guy. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was like some part of bone sticking out? Wouldn't that be kind of cool, gaunty looking? And the answer was yes. And I started searching there. Then I had an idea to change the hand so it wouldn't have like a separate prop. We would have, what do you call it? Like a hand as a knife. That would have been so cool. Then we went on developing this idea also on the stream. Created a bunch of different options, a bunch of different swords. Came up with this guy. But this guy wasn't cool enough. It was scary but not cool enough. So I created these, fixed her up a little bit, changed some gradients, and just made her a little bit more intimidating. Thank you! I'm so excited about designs as well. I just wanted to boast a little bit and then like go into drawing because they're mostly done. And I didn't showcase them enough, I think. And this was the design I came up with initially. Sorry for the unregistered mark. Oh, there it goes. I'm using a free software and it has a free license. I don't know what's there. And I'm too lazy to figure it out. Maybe I'll change to something better once I'll be able to figure out how to pay for it. And here's the design of the knight I came up with. I was still kind of very hindered by the fact that it has to be some kind of anatomical. I couldn't really push it enough. And then we have a course called Short Film Creation. And during the course, you actually meet with a couple of mentors. One of them is Edward Kuchevsky. You met them on our previous stream. We had like a really, really recent stream about the creation of Pink Floyd. And we also, on that course, have another mentor who is responsible for helping with visual development. His name is Andrei Sitari, and we worked like a really long time ago. When I was creating the first short film, because I participated in 2 at this point. And you actually check out the new one. It's been released on our YouTube channel. We created a little short for Katsuka, featuring Katsuka mascots. And I did the last frame with the swirl. And actually, I think I have the streams where I was creating the swirl and all of the different like versions of it. So you can also go check that out. How cool. And yeah, basically I knew Andrei Sitari through a couple of people, and I asked if he could give feedback on the designs, because I wanted to make them even more like cooler. I wanted to make them very cool, and he was willing to do that. And he created, oh, and this is another week, I was like figuring out the backgrounds, just what works, what doesn't, and he gave me this, which was very nice to hear, that the excellent silhouettes and proportions were there from the beginning, because this is the very first version of the Count of the Vampire, before any kind of references, searches. Like, this is how she popped into my head. Well, she popped a little bit differently, but like the character didn't really change. I was just figuring out the details of it, of her. So that was nice to hear. I got some correct like anatomical mistakes I gotta fix. But I'm gonna fix it later. And this is what I got for the night character. And I got so excited and so pumped that he looks so scary. So I went and decided to figure out the design. It looks a little bit different. I pushed even a little more, I think, than the initial critique was. I'm trying to line it up so you can actually see both of the images as silhouettes. So this was the night design, and this is the design of the night I think I'm gonna finish on. I kind of like everything. I have some unconventional shots that will require some tweaking, but I'm just gonna go off model, no one's gonna see it. I'm doing this on my own. All of these like layouts and stuff and preparation is just for it to look good. To be honest, if I was creating the project fully alone, I think I would just eyeball a lot more stuff. Maybe that's the reason for my downfall. Maybe tracking like this is the thing that keeps me on going. These were also the other designs I figured out. As you saw like last week, there was just a bunch of fields. So from the normal field and a little castle in the back over here, I decided to push that idea more and make the castle the main light source, so it would actually kind of be a storytelling tool as well. Shapes of the castles, still haven't figured it out. And if someone read the description, there is a thing like written in the bottom. If you want to get your project featured or be a part on this project, you could DM me, because I will probably need someone who would do like the backgrounds and maybe some of the color scripting for me. So I can't pay anything, but like we can come here every week like together or something. I don't know. I'm still in the process of finishing the storyboard. I think once I'll finish the storyboard, I'll kind of have like a little notice, kind of voluntary thing if someone has like free time and they're like in the kind of, I wouldn't say project guidelines, but basically similar to what I do. I'd be open to collaboration, because I'm horrible with colors and I'm not really good with backgrounds. I tried doing like a Stardew Valley background recently. Just like a Stardew Valley picture, just like a character on a horse going through like mountain fields. Worst experience in my life. I probably should need to get like into kind of like a background course or something, because my backgrounds suck. They're like, okay, they're passable to explain something, but like if I want to make my background like juicy, good, like, ooh, look at that world, you know? Like you can feel that it's real, and I don't have that real feeling. And this is week 7. I also created these a couple of tests last week. Please load. It doesn't want to load, but if it did load, it would be a couple of walk cycles I tried, a little voice clip that I can't include in because Miro doesn't support MP4 format. And this is what I created during last week. I didn't create as much as last week, even though last week I said like, oh, I didn't do anything, and I did like just a wagon of stuff. This time I didn't do like a lot. I focused on the storyboard from the initial version we had before. If you don't remember it, you can check it out in the previous stream on the 5 Minute Friday we did, which was okay. Can't say I really like it, but I get shy when I'm in public, so that's probably the reason why it was kind of not good. But here I prepared a little bit more. I got a perspective grid. We kind of have a background. You can't, if you don't know what it is, you probably can't understand it, but it's like general composition, at least how I want the stuff to look. And a little lady over here that was initially in the beginning. I love the soft dithering over here. Like, this looks just bomb. But the shape would be might familiar to someone. This is actually a helmet. Some people would think otherwise, but it's not me, that's a helmet. And yeah, without further ado, hopefully I don't have any other apps opened. Let me actually go change the apps and I'll be right back. Just 3, 2, 1. I didn't have any apps open, so that was unreasonable. Oh, I can show you the gifts. This was gift number 1 because I did it like a pretty tier. Look at it, just like it goes into like a different shape and then it disappears. What I would have done differently now, I would have made the drop slower over here, like so it would go like, and there would be like a couple of little droplets. They would stay on the path, and the new tier could drop, like take them and just leave a couple behind, so they would have a little bit more detail to it. And also I made like a little light on the as well. You can't really see it in the big version. Oh, you actually can. Oh, it gives a little bit to the environment. Yeah. Don't know what's there. Ooh, a butterfly lady. Yeah, because I've been thinking a bit more about the world building lore in general. But I'm not ready to reveal my secrets yet. Oh, you remember the walk cycle. Thank you. So nice to hear. I did it over a span of 2 hours on our Thursday practice. Actually, let me tell you about the practices we have. Well, so let's set up the document. As you can see, I've created a couple of new frames that I'm gonna think about. Let me turn on to the beginning. Ooh, something lagged. My computer is not that strong. What was I talking about? I forgot. Let me look at the stuff. Oh yeah, the practices. I'm sorry. So in practices, we have several. First of all, it's 5 Minute Friday. Lovely people who are on the stream with me right now. This is the practice. It was initially on Discord. Now we switched to YouTube to kind of track the progress. And what we do here is we do like projects. And if you want to be accountable, if you want to share your progress, be open to any kind of critiques. I didn't get any, but like if someone comments like, this is a dumb project, you know, fair enough, I posted it on here. I'm kind of open to it. Though you might not be. And that's totally okay. We could just put it in the rules. But yeah, if you want something to track your progress, be accountable to other people, be accountable to me, because I'm going to ask for different materials either every week or every other week, depending on how you often want to update the project, because people have different schedules and different availabilities. Or if you want to participate on this one, what angle do you keep your drawing tablet to the table? The only option I get is that's not 45, that's a half of 45. 22 and a half? This is Clip Studio X. I buy an annual perpetual prescription subscription. I'm sorry. I don't. It costs about $60, and it's very good. A lot of people actually in the East animation industry use a lot of Clip Studio Paint. When I was actually a part of the FX course, our mentor, they worked. Ooh, I'm not gonna like the sound of it. Give me a second. Because I have music on and I don't want music on. He worked on several like anime projects, like Korean projects, Japanese ones. I don't remember for sure because I don't remember the names. But he showed a couple of like in progress shots from like very old projects, how they look. And he works in Clip Studio Paint. He animates like the big effects and everything. Clip Studio Paint. On iPad, Clip Studio Paint, I wouldn't call it like. Probably on the iPad, the best option possible. Maybe the better one would be like TV Paint adapted for iPad. But the iPad, though, they don't have the rendering capability to do like really complicated stuff. Yeah. So back to the practices. So this is the Friday practice, 5-minute Friday, as I call it. We have practice on Thursday, which is just called Thursday practice, and it's a place where we meet, talk about animation or not animation related stuff. Sometimes I draw ponies, sometimes I do actually something useful. And on Sundays we do figure drawing. And on figure drawing, I gather a bunch of photos with different timed models, so from 1 minute to 10 minutes. And we usually pick a topic. For example, last time it was perspective and understanding where is your eye level for the model. Before that, it was like drawing with force. Yeah, you're welcome. And you know, so on and so forth. Sometimes we draw hands or feet specifically. One time we did animals. That didn't go well, but I want to get back to the animals someday. Without further ado, let me show you what I already have for the project. If you were here last time, you probably remember what I had as a storyboard, but I fixed and updated some stuff. So hopefully you're gonna like it as much as I do. Let me just, oops. I can even go back and check out the very first animatic I did. Here we go. It shouldn't, oh no, it's not gonna render. So I have the character running away, and then there comes the claw, kind of chomping over. There's wind, they come up closer, they do a step back, they fall, they go in, and it's like, they're not attacking. They're raising slowly because they want to do like a big chomp. And then, pew, they swipe her head away. I'm not sure about the last. I want to make it as cartoonishly as possible. Maybe do like some kind of metaphor. Maybe the head is filled with like rosebuds or something. So it wouldn't be like super graphic. I want to make it more like just like a cool surrealist picture. And also, I've included some additional details on the character running. Oh, it's absolutely not visible here, but I want to make some special effects sparkles that are gonna take your attention back to the, what do you call it? To the earring. Because I'm definitely gonna draw them in like another little short sometime later when I'm gonna be available. And there's not gonna be one earring. Earrings come in pairs. Yeah, there's lore. My cinematic universe. Oh, I love this shot. It turned out really well. This one is too close. Yeah, now it looks better. As you can see, I added perspective. Did you see your current animation? I did. That was yours. If you want to, we can discuss that animation more. I saw you did another question, but I was preparing for this stream, so I couldn't do it. That's sick. Thank you. Thank you. Feels so nice to be appreciated. Let's roll it again. We're in a movie theater. Oh, I can't wait to get to animating this stuff. I'm gonna have such like funny references because I'm definitely gonna do all of that, like film myself and everything. We need to do this. What do you call it? This shot today. I need to add like a perspective grid, the background, and everything, so we'd feel the space and everything. Ooh, let's go. I did a little bit yesterday. No, this was an old frame. I think I did it like the same day I had last stream because I was so inspired. Usually after the stream, I go and draw for like additional like 4 hours just because I can't stop. I got too much adrenaline. For that, let's cut. So all we have is this scene open. Oh, and it's gonna have like a pretty little shimmer, like as soon as they touch it. Oh! As you can see, I'm getting more and more excited. The idea of it actually being like alive. Let's see how I'm gonna be on like week 5 of animating this, like cleaning up or something. I still actually haven't decided on how my final frames are gonna look. I hate creating the final looks of everything because I'm not really good at like drawing and polishing an image to like for it to look very good. I have no idea how to approach actually this kind of polishing, finishing up stage. So I'm getting kind of nervous. Because when I want to finish all of the pre-production stuff before June. So in June, so in the beginning of summer, we can actually start going into animation. So it'll be easier to track. And I think I have... Sorry. I have... How many weeks? Exactly. I have 4 weeks left. So it's just about a month. And during the month, I have to decide the colors. I have to decide, well, if I'm finishing the storyboard this week. I probably am. This is probably the final version of it. I like how everything meshes together, but still a lot of stuff I'm not good at that I'll have to kind of either decide on the fly or I'll have to find someone who would understand my intentions enough. Scary. Let me open... Is this a new one? Yep. There we go. And I will do this. So now I can go and have my... Oops. Sorry. I should have set it up beforehand. But I didn't think about it. There we go. I'll probably create a new layer and... Oh, you almost can't see any of my frames. Let me fix that. Now it's kind of barely visible. Create a new frame and let's make this one. Is this one? My new favorite tool. Unedited calligraphy pen brush. Thank you. It's me setting hearts too. We can finish it. We can finish it. And as soon as I finish it, I would be like so exhausted, angry that it took so long, that it didn't got any kind of engagement I hope it would. And then I would be like, okay, next project. What do we do next? Hello, Animation World channel. How's it going? Hello. Something like that. No, I want a more kind of pained expression. Hello. We got so many hellos there. I got recently reminded of this vine of a lady. She's like sleeping and it's like a black and white video, and the person who's filming, they like just pour water on her and she goes like, hello. I've been thinking about it constantly. You know, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, Judy Lee. We can do it. We can do it. We're strong enough. We'll push through. We'll get that dream project ready. Ooh, there we go. She's not gonna have any of these, like, I just like including them, especially when I'm figuring out shapes. I like my blush to be all over in every direction possible. Like that. And then let's trace here since she's trying to look at. I've actually recently on Sunday sessions, since we'll slay, we will slay. Forgot what I was saying for a second. I was comparing because I've been going to Sunday sessions for about a year, maybe a little bit less. I think we started Sunday sessions like more or less a year ago. And I compared my drawings, like from my most recent session and from my first session there. The difference is insane. The drawings are still okay, they're still pretty good, but it's just insane how much stuff you just able to pick up on in just intuitively. It's not the result only because of the practice, but like in general. You don't see how you're growing, but then you look back and you're like, still remember when I was like 11 or 12, I was like, damn, this year I'm drawing like a pro. I was like looking at my drawings like, oh god, oh my god, these are so good. And that happens every year. Every year I would have this like small epiphany. I was like, oh, pro level now. Get her like a medal or something. Look at how she goes. And then I go and like a couple of years passes, I go back and look at those drawings and make me feel like, oh, I'm a pro, I'm a pro. It's the confidence. I think her ear would be somewhere around, maybe around here. That was a bit too low. I don't know. I've recently learned to do the face. We had 2 hours without the internet, so I had to entertain myself somehow. I'm not sure if the mouth is gonna look like that. I don't think it. Bye-bye. This is such a good song. And what did we do before? Oh, okay. There we go. Now I can't do anything because you're looking at me. Stop looking. Turn away. I'm just gonna redo it. I don't think it's pushing enough. It's not giving enough. What does she look like? How much? Okay. I'll start from the chest. The bodybuilder ribcage. Maybe I can turn her head even more. Just like. What's it face? There we go. Actually, I didn't think about it. Since they're laying down on the previous shot, we probably would see like at least. That's way too close. I'll fix it later. And you probably see like a knee or two. I just want to put something in the bottom, like this bottom left corner, without just being like a gradient. I'm gonna make this one bigger, a little bit bigger as well. But not big enough so the stuff would collide with each other. Like that. There's probably no need to push her face away. But then she doesn't look really scared. Not keeping up with the drama. I have two legs of her. Oops, sorry. Yeah, maybe turning it just a little bit away, maybe. You, Judy Lee. What? The letter I reminds me of like a little, there's like an emoji of just like a standing person. I'm daring you to try. Do it. Yeah, just... Oh. I cringed too hard on the face I did that My eye kind of, the eyelid inverted. Or I don't know what it did. Definitely did something, and it was uncomfortable. Streaming like this is so weird sometimes. On one stream, you get like eurekas and you just like punch out so much good stuff. And then other times, I'm struggling on doing the frame. I wasn't even planning on fixing. So, probably the name of the stream isn't really representative of the energy I'm bringing today. Whatever. Let's try fixing a different one. This one, for example. Maybe setting up a grid. Let's do that. Abandoning mid, but this is supposed to be like the hardest of all of them, like the hardest shot, because there's gonna be like a lot of stuff moving. There's gonna be background moving. It's gonna be like hard. So probably contributes to the general level of apprehensiveness I have now to do anything with this. Man, wish I could go back to like just drawing ponies on stream. There we go. Oh, amazing. We don't need any projects, we just have this. Okay, I'll set up a grid. I do grids in the most inconvenient way possible, but I didn't find a better way to do it, so you will have to excuse me. Oh, oops. If someone knows a better way of doing a grid clip studio, please tell me. Because this is what I've been doing for the last 2 shots, and I did it even in a more... Hello! Sorry. I'm gonna cut it out. That was my dad. You can say hi to my dad in chat, because I'm gonna call him after this. Ah. There we go, grid ready. I also like to do, because I don't like working... Oh. There we go. It's okay. Maybe someday I'll find a better way to do it. I also like to create selections, inverting it, and then doing this, just cutting out any extra thickness from the grid. Then I remove it, and there we go. I have a little grid. So let's turn on the view and set up a grid that we're gonna have. I usually like to keep a little extra. I'll call it dupe. Just in case if I need to. Yes, hello Kata's dad. What do I need to do? I need to set it up so this character would actually make sense on the grid. For that, we do perspectives. We do it small. Like that. Oh wait, no. The probably eye level somewhere around here because we can see the top of her shoulders, but we can't see the top of. We see the under bangs here, so it's probably gonna be somewhere around here. Then we turn on transform tool and we transform the heck out of it. Yeah, I think it'd be lower. This a little bit too low. Probably maybe like that. Oops. Yeah, somewhere like that, I think. So now, look. You see the space behind her? And how this doesn't work. Now we gotta change the layer here. Let's open dupe. Copy the frame. Delete the dupe. Which is not called dupe no more. And let's figure out where the eye level is going to be here. So last time it was around here. Now it's going to be definitely higher because we see her from the top, the whole of her whole body. Maybe like that. Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the new messages. Ooh, really? If you have things you draw on a lot and need to put in drawings, you can register them as an item and it'll appear in the item bank. Ah, like materials, like 3D stuff. Actually, I have a funny thing I can show. Because this shot, this was planned with 3D models at the beginning. I changed the poses at the end, but I had to figure out the proportions of this guy and how it's gonna look like, if it's gonna be like really like warped in perspective. So I created this guy, which you can't see. Wait, give me a minute. I created this guy. Which I use to plan out the poses. Look at those hips. I'm done showing off. Sometimes you gotta go all in. You gotta model. Perspective. I think it's around here. Oh, plus, that's right. If this was a 3D object, this would be a lot easier. Shame. The count also has a 3D model, but it's just like just tiny little edits to the basic lady model. Yeah, it might be very useful. Actually, I find 3D modeling very, very useful for planning out scenes, storyboarding, like stuff like that, because you can put out the full environment in very basic blocks, just so you can have something to go off. I experimented in Clip Studio a bit and created a couple of environment scenes where, like, initially I kind of blocked it out with the cubes and the circles they have in the standard 3D library. It was very fun. I didn't get to finish it, but... It's free... No. There she goes. Sorry, I was looking at my dog. We have this kind of what do you call it? Spiral staircase up to the terrace on top. And my dog is old, so she shouldn't really be walking a lot up and down. But she does whatever she wants. We can't stop her. We tried putting stuff on the ladder. She wants to go up, she goes up. So all over it. Thinking of buying a baby gate. Oh, it's too much. I'm thinking if I can... No, I can't do that. Maybe like... That's right. There we go. don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just doing something. I'll probably just stay for like 3 or 4 hours after, like, in the middle of the night, fix everything for next week. And then come back and deliver the same amount of nothing I did today. Maybe it's supposed to be higher? Not sure. Maybe should already film references. Yeah, since we're going higher, probably the eye level will go lower. The perspective grid will go lower as eye level goes up. Small, smaller, even smaller. 2, and now let's have the dupe. Hiding the dupe. Putting this one in the right place. And let's make the grid even lower. Probably somewhere around here, because we see the top of the rib cage. The bottom of the rib cage and the top of the hips. So probably gonna be somewhere around here. I think this is probably included the wrong one. Because how I'm initially planning, the account is going to be sitting here. So we'll see the face, leg 1, leg 2, earrings, 1 hand, and 2. Dress. Like that. And the knight will be standing somewhere around here. And I want the camera to do me a motion that starts here, then it moves here, focused on the character, then it's gonna be here, and then it's gonna finish here, behind the count. Turning away to strike. So we'll look something like this even. And the hand. Like that. So we'll be able to see, we won't be able to see the hand in the last shot, but we should be able see it like that. I wonder how it's gonna look from side view. If the character account sitting face, body, leg 1, leg. From this angle. it's gonna start from the face. If we do I'm just thinking, how would you raise a sword like that? I'm thinking of a tennis racket because on a tennis racket you go with like an upper bow and then you have a little bit of a turn and then almost into like a straight line. So I probably want to do something similar. So we're gonna have like frame 1, 1, then we'll have 2. And we're gonna have 3, so it's gonna be from the top, and then it's gonna settle into 4. So this is the motion from the count, and then we're gonna go back. Over to, yeah, we can even have like a downward perspective here. We can go even lower, maybe. Would that be cool? 5, and then at 6, we're coming to basically the same composition with the head sliced off. Yeah. Okay. This sounds extremely challenging, to be honest. Oof. I'll drink some coffee. I'll let you sit with it. Well, I don't care. I was just thinking about if the tennis racket, if we're using a tennis racket as a reference, when it does the upward bow, the bow is vertical, so we're able to see it from here like this. But when it goes into a downward motion to hit the ball, we see it as a horizontal line, but actually if you look from the top, I'm not sure how to explain it, it does like a motion. So I'm thinking if that motion is important enough for the camera to kind of do an extra tilt. Probably not. There we go. Then I'm gonna redo frames. Should have started from this. Of course I didn't. So the eye level for us would be just where her head is. And then in the second shot is gonna be, I would even start here, it would be like lower. Then ooh, it's not straight. Just like somebody in all this room. Yeah, I've heard of PureRef. I'm not sure if PureRef works on iPad. I'm kind of satisfied with Clip Studio giving me the option to include an image, even though, as you can see the timeline, if I'm jumping from project to project, the timeline disappears, which is kind of inconvenient. It thinks I'm working on two canvases at the same time. But when I was using, when I was animating on PC, I used PureRef a lot. When I was on the courses, when I was in course 3, I had this character. I forgot her full name. The Mary Princess, the princess from Robin Hood, Marianne, I think her name is. What I want to say, I use a lot of screenshots from the movie and using PureRef, so I can always have it on board. It's gonna be super low, maybe here. And it's gonna be higher here. Would you say I can do that asset library stuff? Images? Can I just add stuff to it? I won't do it now, but having like a grid stamp would be amazing. Let's include dupe. Copy dupe. Delete dupe. Oh, oops. I'm so used to always hitting the free transform. This is when we're closest to the ground, or no? No. It's a little bit lower. Maybe I should hit a blender just for this shot. I'm not keen on changing it though. This is the shot that's ride or die. Now we just can. Oh, we can just copy this one. Put it behind. Perspective. Can go just a little bit down. Grab the frame again. Push here. Do not look at the pretty lady. Think with your own brain. Think with your own brain. Perspective. Yeah, because we go higher here. This is camera 3? No, this is supposed to be camera 2. Just kind of slowly ease into it. It's probably a bit too much. Just down below. This should be lower. Probably the best conclusion to the perspective art it would be probably finishing from a very, very downward angle. So we'd see a head as a cylinder, like from the bottom. So when the head is sliced, we won't actually be able to see like a bunch of the head. We'll just able to see like a slice, almost from a downward angle, with like when you could like have like rose petals like from there. Beautiful, because this is all just a dream. So I'm gonna fix the lady later. And if I want a very downward angle, now if the yeah, I'm probably doing it wrong. Thank you and hello. Probably the thing. We probably need a different green. Yes, it has a mind-blowing ending. Let me turn off the characters so I can imagine what's happening. So here, yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong. Well, I mean, no, it goes high. It goes high. I mean, it's not wrong. Yeah, and then it goes like through a downward swing. Were you talking about me? Because I did lost my mind in this scene too. Yeah, now we gotta change the pics accordingly. At least we have a guideline. We got that far. Just gonna recolor. Not recolor, just redraw on the same layer. Hello, love you too. How's your week gone? Okay. Yeah, it's very restricting. There's not a lot of stuff. First of all, since we're working in portrait style, if you have someone close up, you don't have the background. She has like incredibly poofy hair, and I think it would look very awkward if it was in landscape, but due to the portrait mode and everything being so vertical, it kind of works in her favor. She just covers up the rest of the background. She's very, what do you call it? very easy to follow. But in general, in some places, this is a blessing. I think shots like these, like this one, works very well only in vertical mode. I think if it was two figures like these in the same composition, I think it would be really empty on a horizontal one. I also heard somewhere that vertical compositions are much more emotional to people than landscapes. I kind of agree. I think kind of. I think animating in portrait, it's more like it's more about faces than environments. So it's definitely a bit more emotional. Easier to have close-ups. They're more natural. Let's just clean this up. Not my angle, I don't like to work in this angle. I'm probably gonna be so happy animating all of this. I'm using Clip Studio Paint X. It's very good, allows unlimited frames for animation. Not very steep in terms of price. My fish lady. Love the fish face. I'm doing it every time. She has a Cupid's bow, I'm just not drawing it. There we go. Oh, looks like he's smart. Well, it's better than my previous attempts, that's for sure. I'm not complaining. Just have to turn it properly. Oh, oops. Yeah, a little bit. In terms of structure, I think they improved it a little bit. Just the drawing was kind of good in the beginning, so trying to change it a lot, I think that was the initial mistake. It's better to kind of build on top of what I already have. I just want to put a little bit of an E just to spice it up a little. Yeah, probably just have. Happy brain. Let's go to the next important shot. And this one. Yeah. Well, and I also noticed that I drew the character falling down here. They're already laying down. So they either get up when the stuff is being raised, and then they sit. And that's how they got. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't, not really consistent. She sits like this. Maybe I can change her pose then. Maybe she can sit. Kind of just blasting stuff. I drew this yesterday evening in like 10 minutes. I wasn't thinking about consistency. So I think changing stuff here from the beginning is a wiser option. I can just do like a leg. It's weird leg. It's a little bit too out. Yeah. This should be something more fitting. And I could still have. Yeah, because even here, oh no, she sits here as I put her in the last frames. But maybe she can get up. Maybe she can like lay down, get up, and then her head gets chopped off. Just some additional Complexity I'm looking for. Let's still leave her head here. She's looking at the night behind the camera. But it's kind of fitting. The night doesn't have kind of a POV anymore. All of the POVs from the night we got from the weapon. Like all of his perspective points. Because in the first scene, we see her running, and then we see just the weapon. Then we see all of it moving together. We see it from the top, so we're kind of detached. And then when we go back, we see her face, but instead of kind of the knight's reaction, we only see the blade. Symbolism, storytelling. We're getting our philosopher's degree with this one. Or maybe you can just put her in this position from the start. I'm not really comfortable with the idea because she lays down with her knees up. Like, if we're gonna do it from far away, this is just gonna look straight up fan service. I don't like it. Maybe she can crawl in a crawl front. Yeah, she can sit up as she did. Almost as she's like raising herself up. And then she puts the hand in between the legs here, as I have her in this shot. Oh, you can't see it, and I can't see it either. It's too far. Same energy as just like the standing emoji, the one I talked before. Just looks up straight to the camera. How do I make that? Oh yeah, I get it. What happened? Oh. Okay. Thought I deleted some frames. Oh, it's already 41 minutes. When I initially planned to finish on 30, but I want to just figure out a couple of adjustments. It's a little bit. I'll have to probably look at myself in the mirror. Hello, Nuffy. How's it going? We're almost finished here. I'm just doing some. Well, I mean, I expected to do a lot more today, but I got what I got. Yeah, that's good. I think it's a little bit better than what we had before. And he's like the voice of the narrator. She made them worse. Got how to draw lips. So stupid. Whatever. I don't care. I made them worse. Oh my god. Can we go back? Because we save kids. That's why we save. Give him back. Give him back to me. Oh, there's a lot. The power of the undo button. Oh no, they were better. Huh. Let's go for it again. Okay. I like this. This is good. I should trust myself more. Maybe when the camera first pans out, we can get her like getting up. Which hand does she use to hold herself? This one. So she probably would want to hold herself with this hand. And maybe when like we see in the front, it'll fall forward. I'll probably have to reference myself doing the movement so I can properly put it in. You're not gonna see it. If it's gonna be like a funny reference, sure. I'll show it. But if it's just like Nothing special. I'm just gonna come here next week with the realized movement I want to put in. Saddle. You can have a little tea. Okay, this one's kind of fun. Maybe I'll just put the leg a little bit further. I like doing this trick, especially when I'm drawing figure drawings. I don't want to make a new layer, or like I just want to make something just a little lighter so I can emphasize other stuff. I do this. I use like an airbrush tool with a very low opacity and just make them brighter. If you do it 3-4 times, the original drawing basically disappears. If you go through several layers of searching like that. I still want to keep her to... Yeah, here she raises her shoulder a bit too much. I think it would be better if she raised this shoulder, holding on like that. That would be... yeah. Yeah, that way we can actually pull off the move like that. Ten more minutes and I'm leaving. I'm just finally in a good spot. I like when I have time to draw before the stream, because it gets just all the bad drawings I'm supposed to draw before the stream out, and I'm left with already kind of warmed up. But it takes so much time to prepare like the thumbnails, descriptions, put everything out, put everything on Miro. It takes like hours to set it up. I usually have like 5 minutes before the start of the stream to warm up. And the obvious answer would be do everything beforehand, like prepare all the thumbnails, stuff beforehand. This beautiful shot I used for the thumbnail was created yesterday evening. I didn't have anything to put on the thumbnail before that point. Oh, actually, I put the shape wrong. Who doesn't love a good tune? Oops. There we go. Let's clean up. Uh, 5 minutes before I go. about how to properly include the leg. Probably have some muscle poking from the bottom. But I'm thinking it's just she's sitting on her legs, or she's just doing that very uncomfortable pose of just like spreading legs like the bottom parts, like a chicken leg. Probably she's doing something like that, but you still have some muscle popping from the bottom of the leg because it has nowhere to go. So probably this is gonna be different. This probably looks something like this. Let's kind of imagine it. I'm gonna fix it later. It's probably not right. Probably gonna have less muscle here. Maybe just like, maybe like that. Mm-hmm. Let's have it like this. Probably this leg should be like a lot wider. If it's looking at us from the top view, or something like this. Oh, finishing this pose and then I'm gonna leave. Well, we still did some progress. I still call it a success. If we did at least something towards completing the goal, something has been done. We've stepped on a higher ladder than we did before. Well, there we go. Just gonna put a general shape so we can kind of still follow what's going on with the brain. Okay. Oh, interesting. I should change the pose. You absolutely can't breathe has this, like, this shoulder's supposed to be up because they're absolutely on the same level. Whatever. It's still better than what we had before. Though she has a much better silhouette. She's on business here. This one having this isn't quite what I want to be. Oh well. That just means there's more work ahead. At least we figure out the grids. Hip hip hooray. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna chop these away just so they won't be as annoying, because I don't need these ones. That one was ugly too. And here we're gonna use the old ones. Let's save. And check out how it started. Okay, everyone got their popcorn? There we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's render. Oh, it's already going. As always, amazing. Oh, I don't have the thing. We got a little bit more consistency. That's for sure. But I think I have to end on this note. I kind of want to get more coffee, maybe something to eat. And you probably would want to go and rest. I've taken enough of your Fridays. Thank you for joining me today. Not all the people who were in the beginning stayed till the very end, but you know, there's still people going on. Hi. Hello. I'm finishing up. I was supposed to finish actually 33 minutes ago, but I decided to stay on longer to create something I'm probably gonna delete later. But in general, I think there was some progress. I want to check out the previous progress we did. There we go. Huge. Amazing. There's just such a lot of stuff. Hopefully we'll continue on the same trajectory in the production stage, and the animating is actually going to be fun, and I'm not going to curse myself for making a project so hard. And I think I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna put an offline screen so people can actually hear what I'm saying till the very end, and how I usually do, by ending the stream as is. Thank you for coming here today. I enjoyed, I had fun. Let me actually finish off on the same drawing I started today. I kind of like it. Shame it doesn't show the GIF as it's supposed to. And now you see the name of the GIF. Whatever. Anyways, bye.